Hey, Ryan Dahl here. First time back online in 2022. Happy New Year to everyone. I have a special treat. I've just nabbed Keith Getty right before he's going into a writing session. So he's got like 25 minutes with me. We're going to take this time. Keith, got time for me?
Hey, Ron, I've actually got just less than 20 minutes, but we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I'm writing with Ben. Next week is Writers Week, so Ben Shive and Laura Story, Matt Merker, Matt Papa, Matt Boswell, Jordan Coughlin, they're all landing at our house for a massive party that lasts 3.5 days. But we actually have to do some work as well.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I'm just imagining how the world's going to change from songs that come out of those sessions. Those are amazing songwriters.
they're a good bunch and they're a lot of fun. And there is good people in their own family life, stuff like that, as they are people who love the Bible, who love music, and just who love their churches and love helping people. So we're grateful for them, as indeed we're grateful for you and all that PraiseCharts are doing.
Well, I can barely keep up with arranging all the music you keep pumping out every year, every couple of months. It's like there's more and more songs and great songs that the church is just loving to sing. This whole sing conference thing just continues to erupt at another level like every year. I'm sure you're excited about this year. When is it? It's coming in early September, late August?
That's right. It's the Monday, it's the 4th, 6th of September. It's the Monday to Wednesday just after Labor Day. So if you're off Labor Day and you want to come join us in Nashville at the Upperland Hotel and Resort and the Grand Ole Opry, I think we're doing at least 2 concerts, possibly 3 concerts at the Grand Ole Opry as well as part of it. So it's going to be a blast, that's for sure.
Well, I will say this: the Opryland Hotel is like my favorite hotel in the world. The one in Nashville, I just love it there, and with the Grand Ole Opry right beside, so beautiful space.
Oh, that's right. Well, you see, you'd like Bridgeton Arena, but to Canadians, it's just a hockey center, you know.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Hey, we only have.
There's something about being able to walk around the place and see your friends and meet in little corners. And go to, we actually find all the venues we've used, it is the most sociable for hanging out, getting ideas, having late night parties, organizing things spontaneously, bumping into people. So that's one of the great things about it.
Beautiful. It's kind of like you're inside, but you're outside. It's like a forest, but it's inside. There's waterfalls, there's boats, there's streams, there's rivers, and then hotel rooms, all that kind of stuff. So a great space. Okay, Keith, we only have 20 minutes. We got to get into things. We wanted to talk about like worship, prayer, and confession. 3 things that are on your heart. So I know this has been quite a season. We're coming through. I feel like maybe we're coming through the tail end of this, COVID, schmovid, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully it's going to be over soon. Churches, some are meeting online, some are meeting in person. We want to get back in person. Why don't you give us a little encouraging word about...
Well, that's great. I love what you're saying, Ryan. Christ Your Hope in Life, Prayers and Confessions, first of all, is really about a year project. We're starting it in May, and it's really about getting people back out to church and losing our sense of fear, but in a wise way. So in May, I think I sent it to you. Kristen and Michael W. Smith have recorded this duet version of Christ Your Hope in Life, which we redone. You didn't like the key change, so I took the key change out. And would you believe, Michael re-recorded his vocal.
No way.
So that when PraiseCharts get the exclusive release of this Kristen and Michael W. Smith duet in May, it will have been partly arranged by the input of Ryan Dahl.
Serious?
I was going to thank you for your opinion, but I didn't ask you for your opinion. You just gave it anyway. So thanks for nothing.
Okay, listen, people. If you got a text from Keith and he sends you an arrangement of one of his greatest songs and said Michael W. Smith has recorded it, like, would you criticize it at all? Most people probably wouldn't, but yeah, I did. No, terrible.
Canadians are different. So we launched with that, and then with the big PraiseCharts partnership, and I really can't get that song. And then in August, the album Christ Your Hope in Life and Death comes out, and then September is the conference. Then October we're doing 4-date weekends called the Christ Your Hope in Life and Death Back to Churches tour, where it's these concerts, but we're also doing seminars where there's free tickets for church leaders in any church, and then there's seminars in the afternoon, which we're doing for free, to try and get people in to think about the importance of gathered worship, the importance of being in church, and then how we put together services. And I think I can go down each of the little things. So you said talk the prayers. I think prayer is as a second thing. Getting people into church is the first thing. Secondly, prayer. Yeah. Hugely important. You look at everybody from the church fathers, reformers, revivalists, even Martin Lloyd-Jones, just how seriously these people took the prayers and the pastoral prayers in our church services. I am concerned. I don't want to be unkind, but I'm really concerned about the quality of prayer, because in one sense, authenticity and honesty is of paramount importance, and that's true. But we do require more when we're leading our congregations in a Sunday. So Paul Tripp, who wrote New Morning Mercies, he's starting the Tuesday morning talking about the importance of prayer. Don Carson, who started Gospel Coalitions, doing the prayers of the church. I'm basically looking at all Paul's prayers, most of which, as you know, used the early church songs of the church. And then I'm having a conversation with Mark Dever, who started T4G, about how we craft pastoral prayers, how we lead our people. We want to really improve the quality of our Sunday services. Thirdly, we said confession. So the confessions is partly prayers, partly liturgy, partly how we shape our services. So we're having Jeremy Begbie, famous aesthetics guy, coming in to speak on that. We've got Malcolm Gaither, the first poet in residence at the conference. We have Andrew Peterson. He's done a lot of stuff on poetry and liturgy and creative writing and story, and a lot of different cool people like this contributing to that side of things. And we're going. All the writers this year, as you know, we're doing the Sing hymnal coming out in 24, and this year our writers are all setting prayers and confessions to music. That's what they're doing. So we hope we'll be able to give away a lot of new material, prayers, songs, service ideas, which people can take home with them. Fourthly, the seminar program. Matt Merker sent a note out this year saying, what is it the things we most need? So we're doing a lot of stuff like, how do we incorporate, in a contemporary church, how do we incorporate classical music? How do we incorporate hymn singing? How do we incorporate liturgy structures? How do we help the men in the church to sing better? Do you know what I mean? So a bunch of kind of different real practical talks. Fifthly, I think it is about artistic inspiration. We've everything from Handel's Messiah, so everybody getting the chance to sing through Handel's Messiah. We do that every year on the Monday night, through to Shai Linne rapping, and then everything in between. We got the concerts at the Grand Ole Opry House, chances to go backstage, experience that. And of course, lots of people from the Nashville community and beyond, guesting in that, and then just the chance to sing in harmony. We're excited about what PraiseCharts are doing with choirs at the minute, and there is a choir program. People can get the harmonies and learn to sing in harmony for the conference, and so we're excited to really encourage and reinvigorate choir directors. We also have, I meant to mention, on the Sunday night before the conference, if you get in early, Johnny Tata is leading the Nashville Hymn Sing this year, and we're trying to raise a ton of money for disabled communities in the majority world. That's the theme on that. Wow. I should also say every single session has got internationals involved. Voice of the Martyrs are the sponsor, so we're thinking about the global church and the persecuted church all the while, going through everything, which I'm pretty excited about too. And so it's going to be good. And the Sunday afternoon we're doing, if you want to come early, we're doing a thing on leadership of children's music leaders. So that's anybody who it's Sunday school, church, just homemakers or education people. How do we help the next generation of children and grandchildren sing well, sing deeply, and be deep believers? So I suggest people come Saturday night and go visit one of the churches in Nashville and get involved. But you can come Sunday night, you can come Monday. We'd sure love to see as many of you as possible.
And stay at that Opryland Hotel. That is the place,
Party start to finish.
Okay. We're going to all come to the Opryland Hotel and hang out. It's like a Disneyland inside and a giant party of the church coming back together. It sounds like an epic celebration.
But Disneyland don't have PraiseCharts.
No, that's right. Love it. I love talking to you. I love that you're such a workhorse for the church with such a powerful vision to bring the church together and have them I feel like when I talk to you, Keith, you're full of life and zeal. You're a little bit sassy. I like that. But you're also you've got this depth to you and you want people to be thoughtful, to be theological, to be, biblical, and to come together and sing. And so it's like the full package deal. It's almost hard to keep up with you.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, man, my dad was a church music director in a church. Our church had about 300 people. And, I was never the brightest guy at school, but I always wanted to learn from people. So the conference, I mean, the speakers, like the likes of John Piper, who's come in, and John Lennon, and Johnny Tada, and, Paul Tripp, all these people, they're just people. We just invite people we learn from. Do you know what I mean? So you get this combination of preachers, of amazing artists, and then amazing worship leaders in their churches coming along. Bill and Gloria Gaither are coming back. You know what I mean? Which I think is going to be.
Legends.
I wanted them to do a talk on. I wanted them just to do an interview on the main stage about how you put together words, because they were both English students. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that's the kind of stuff to me that's just really fascinating.
Yeah.
And so just that's the kind of stuff you really learn. So anybody who I learn from, I just say, hey, come along to the conference. So anyway.
Beautiful. Love it. Well, Keith, you got to go to a writing session, so I'm going to let you go. I hope people who are listening are inspired and want to come to Nashville to this conference, and we're going to be there to celebrate with you and making choral arrangements like we're doing, worship arrangements, just trying to support. I think we're going to get in on the songbook that goes out to everybody, just kind of like we did last year. So all that stuff, it's a great partnership.
Can I say thank you to PraiseCharts again, specifically what you're doing with choirs? When I say choirs, I don't mean a bunch of old people. I don't mean a bunch of old. I mean children's choirs, youth choirs, adult choirs. The number of children whose lives were turned around by choirs, the number of youth choirs that helped form generations of kids and friendships, and the number of good church choirs who ended up being the soul of their church, being the volunteer force, prayer force, as well as the worship force.
Yeah.
I think what you're doing at the minute by courageously going where nobody else will go is absolutely vital, and it's a great thing. So I'm thankful to PraiseCharts, and I hope many of us here leaders are going to be watching what you're doing, supporting it. As I said,
stuff is in the cooker right now. It is like literally this week. My whole week was consumed meeting with the Rangers, and we got music coming out. I'm so excited about it. So new stuff is brewing.
We want everybody to have as many chances to taste and experience what you're doing at the conference as
Thank
well.
You. Okay.
After these years, not being at church or not being able to sing in choirs, we want people to get to just have this singing experience of their lives. So thank you for what you do.
Okay, love it. Ryan Dahl, Keith Getty, come and see us in Nashville this summer. It's going to be great. Thank you, Keith. Go write a great song now. Okay, see you then.
Right, my bad. Bye.
Okay, bye.